I'm Jim Reitz, founder of the Yournes Foundation, and we're an outdoor organization that focuses on spending time with veterans and first responders in the outdoors, where I kind of get to share my passion of love of the outdoors and fly fishing, and get to spend some time with some amazing guys that have given so much for our country, and just a really rewarding experience getting to know these guys and be able to share the experiences out here that we come across in the outdoors, and just been something that has been a great learning experience for me, and something that while I'm sharing some experiences with them and creating some new outdoor opportunities, I feel like I'm getting way more back out of it than I'm giving to it, and it's just been a fun ride being able to to get to spend time with these guys. So on this trip we came down to Fort Pickens National Seashore, and did a little camping, a little fishing, not a whole lot of catching, but had a good time here. It was, I think, first saltwater trip for 2 out of the 3 guys with the fly rod, and got to practice some good techniques and some saltwater methods, and kind of teach them some of the differences between warm water and saltwater fly fishing, and just got to share some interesting times with some rain starting off when we got here, pounding down on us and whipping us, to some beautiful weather, and some good times around the campfire, and some great times out on the beach. So fun time out here.
My name is Felipe Peters. I'm from West Texas. I grew up there. I was born in Mexico, actually. We immigrated here in '85 and been here ever since, naturalized citizen. Joined the military about the age of 23. I was in the Army for 15 years, medically retired. Found a nonprofit that basically taught you how to fly fish and whatnot, and so I decided to join that, and that really opened up my eyes. I'd fished and whatnot and hunted all my life, really, just not to this extent, and so met a group of veterans, and we had some civilian volunteers within that group itself. One guy named Jim, and we met him, and he's a professional fishing guide, and so we've latched onto him, and we've been using him for our lessons, and try to pick his brain as much as we can, like, you know, being out here in Florida and just being able to hang out with these guys, and you know, we've brought other guys that are from the program or have met Jim through a nonprofit. We're all disabled veterans from different branches and whatnot, different places in this country, and so just being out here is relaxing for us. It's therapeutic. We didn't catch any fish, but that doesn't matter, because we have a lot of stories now to tell each other, and that's really what it's about. It's therapeutic for us to make fun of each other and make fun of us, you know, for not catching any fish, and just being out here with us. It means a lot to us, and you know, having Jim out here and just to do this is really cool for us, and it means a lot to us, and it's you know, a repayment or whatever, you know, thanking for our service, if he wants to call it that, but it means a lot more than any money could ever, you know, any monetary value that you could ever put on it. But it's a great time, and we love being out here, especially with Jim and all these veterans, and it's good.
Nicholas Bradley. I'm from Vicksburg, Mississippi originally. I joined the Army in 2010. I was a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I'm currently getting medically retired for personal issues, and how I came to fly fishing was through Project Healing Waters. I actually had a patient who described the therapeutic benefits of fly fishing, and then by chance, while out in Washington on the Moab, I found Project Healing Waters with a chapter up there, and started tying flies with those guys. And make a long story short, I met Jim Reitz through Project Healing Waters chapter in Auburn, Alabama. And the difference between fly fishing for me and bass fishing, which I've done all my life, is fly fishing is more of a process-oriented approach to fishing, and you know, it's not about necessarily how many fish you catch or if you catch fish, but trying to sort of perfect all the steps that go along with fly fishing, i.e. tying flies, learning to cast, learning about the fish, their habitat, protecting the environment that the fish live in, good company, good friends, and then at the end maybe you'll catch a fish, maybe you won't, but the therapy that goes along with adopting a approach to life that's more process oriented as opposed to goal oriented. So we had a trip down here that involved no fish being caught, but I think we'd all agree we had some good memories, some good times, and definitely driving away feeling better than I did when I drove down here.
Hi, my name's Roel Guevara, born and raised in California. I spent 21 years in the Army as an infantryman. Of those 21 years, I've had 8 deployments all over from Iraq and Bosnia and the Balkans. I found fly fishing through Project Healing Waters. After I retired from the military, I worked at a church and they needed a place to meet, and they kind of roped me into it. And I discovered what the beauty of fly fishing was. I was a bass fisherman before and a hunter, and it was kind of just going out and catching fish. But what I'm realizing is fly fishing is more cathartic. Most of these places we go are just beautiful, natural settings, and I was once told that trout don't live in ugly places, but I mean, it's the same for saltwater and our warm water bass. So later on the line, I met Jim Reitz. He was starting the Oars Foundation, where he wanted to cater not only to military folks, but veterans, folks with special needs, and their families. And I wanted to help out. So I've been working with Jim, helping everywhere I can. I do his social media stuff for the Oars Foundation. Over my 8 deployments, I've lost more former soldiers to suicide than I have all those deployments combined. And so I really see how this fly fishing lifestyle kind of brings you back to home, brings you back to a sense of peace, kind of resets you to where you were before you saw all these troubled times. So I appreciate coming down here, meeting everyone I did, and though we got skunked, had a great time. Learned how to cast on a beach and wade out there. Did get to see a shark, but that was the only thing we saw. So again, I can't wait till we do this again, and yeah, I just love it.
As long as it's not cranking.
I don't mind if you
hard.
take a picture of me, Kenny. Let me get a little manly pose here.
All right, but this isn't a photo. This is video. But I'll be glad to take a picture of you doing that.
And then if it's cranking hard out of the north, maybe go to that side to the ocean side for a little while.
I mean, with the spinning reel, not going to be an issue. But
Yeah,
fly, yeah.
casting into that area there.
So at the risk of sounding, overly cautious, like what's the, sharks in waist deep, water up by the beach?
I mean, yeah, they're there, but they're not gonna bother you.
I just remember back in the 90s, this was after I had come down here a lot, there being a lot of reports of people getting bit on the calf. by small sharks?
I think a lot of that happens when the spawn's going on a little bit later when it warms up.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of sharks in the area, and it's more likely to happen like if you're in cloudy water.
Hey, there's plenty, so I'm gonna start you guys off with 2 and you can come back for more. You guys are all required to at least